The government has recently banned nearly 9,000 NGOs for violation of the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. The government, at a personal level, however, has clarified that this is just placing the entities under a watch list and not banning. Those associated with NGOs, however, claim that to act tough on NGOs, it would be prudent to have concrete evidence, without which they claim action has no meaning. Minister of State for Home Kiren Rijiju has clarified there is no ban on the NGOs which are on a watch list. This at a time when reports are doing rounds that the government has cancelled licenses of nearly 9,000 NGOs. The Home Ministry said that notices were issued for not filing annual returns.
We are given to understand that about 9,000 NGOs have been banned by the Ministry of Home Affairs from receiving funds any longer. These had the authority, they had the license to receive funds. I really think that if there is sufficient grounds and reasons, if people have not been subscribing to the necessary rules and regulations, these are the people, I think, who need to be banned. But then I think there should be sufficient proof in order to ban them.
The government earlier had suspended the FCRA license issued to Greenpeace India and frozen their 7 bank accounts for various alleged violations. The government also ordered that banks should not release the funds to any Indian NGO coming from the US-based Ford Foundation without mandatory permission from the Home Ministry. Months ago, the Home Ministry said lobby groups like Greenpeace are damaging the economy of the country by campaigns against GM food and other projects.
I really don't think foreign funds come for a particular purpose. But the point is, there is a very thin dividing line between what is political and what is not political. How do you understand now, for example, somebody is working for the welfare of the people, and here the government has abdicated its responsibility? How do you interpret it? How do you misinterpret it? And that is the point. So I really think that the government should have a broad canvas to be able to agree on this. I think there is fraud. I really think that there is an issue on several things. It can happen in civil society, it can happen among NGOs, it can happen among political parties. I think investigation should be done when there is sufficient reason to be able to ban these organizations and not otherwise.
In December, an RBI circular listed NGOs such as Danish International Development Agency, US-based Mercy Corps, US-Netherlands-based HIVOS International and US-based Climate Work Foundation and Greenpeace in a list of those whose funds should be monitored by banks.
We see that there is a lot of vindictiveness on the part of government, very especially on NGOs and individuals who are standing for human rights, justice and peace. And I think these are systematically targeted. There are lots of individuals and NGOs who are going against the constitution of the country, but the government doesn't seem to do anything about that. Are they willing to take those NGOs on too? I think many NGOs are doing excellent work in the country. They are working for the welfare of the people. They are complementing the work that the government of India should be doing right from independence. I think the government should have a careful stand on trying to see whom they target and whom they do not target.
The government suspects that most of these organizations misuse funds by indulging in money laundering and campaigning against development work in India. Powered by Nnis.